Hey, this is Sean Medley at Southaven RV and Marine. I want to give you a quick walkthrough of our marine display here at the indoor showroom. What you're seeing here are the G3 boats. These are our fishing and hunting boats, and they're all aluminum, all welded. We've got another one here. This is more of a bay boat with a center console. This is actually a used piece of inventory. This is an 07 Sea Ray Sun Deck 270. Got the 492 in it. That's the biggest engine you can put in that particular boat. And of course, we've got the G3 Suncatcher boats here. We've also got the Forest River South Bay and Excursions. What you'll see mostly through this display is tri-tunes. There are a couple of 2-2 pontoons here, you know, just as a price point type deal for those who just want to fish and putter around. But a lot of these have the tri-tunes, which are designed to be more like a ski boat, where you can tube behind it and ski, and they're already up on plane because of the lifting strakes on them, so they glide through the water real well. You get good fuel mileage, and of course you have these outboard engines on these Yamahas, which are nice and quiet. Now, if you still want that rumble of the V8, this has got a 350 Chevy V8 on the back here, inboard outboard. And of course you can go to any of these others that have up to a 300 horsepower you can put on them. Now, these are the upper deck boats, and you'll see that they have a slide on the back for the kids. And of course, that upper deck up there has got this same vinyl material that you're seeing here. This actually has a clear coat on top of it with the coloring underneath it, so it's got a thickness to it. And that keeps it from being hot. A lot of people ask how hot this is in the summertime. It's really not. I've walked on this with my bare feet. It is not hot because of that clear coat. That's also going to look like this for a long time because of that clear coat. And you see here, this is a this looks like carpet. This is actually a weave, and this is still vinyl, but it's not going to mold and mildew like your carpet does. Here's another version of that. And you'll see some different floor plans. You got the rear lounge right there. These are more of the performance type looking pontoons, and the fiberglass front on this you see, instead of having the aluminum wrap. And I like how they put these on the outside, these rails, when you're talking about these. That protects this when you start bumping up against the side of the another pontoon, or you know, if you're at the dock and you run into something, it's going to protect that and keep your metal from being dinged and scratched. But the fiberglass is really cool looking, and that fiberglass tower, you can wakeboard behind this because you can hook up your rope to that and wakeboard, which gives you the higher lift so that you can do all the jumps and things that you might want to do. You've also got a back area here. This lifts up, and there's a mirror on the back of this so you can see your own tricks and make your own adjustments as you're wakeboarding and skiing behind this boat. Really cool console area here. This is all digital display. And in fact, I want to show you this one over here. Let's cut this power on and see all these lights that light up all over the boat. Cup holders, you got your speakers that light up. Really cool looking. And of course, you got your underdeck light there too. We'll have a look at that here in a second. Let's go on down and look at some more of these floor plans. Here you've got the double lounge. You know, you've got the lounge up front and the same thing in the back. So maximize your seating area. You're going to carry a lot of your family with you. Something like this might work better. And if you just want to party and have a great time, then we've also got the bar models. You know, you've got the sink there in the back, storage underneath that, a bar area right there with the lounge in the very back of that. Same thing over here, a little bit different setup. This is more of a fishing model, and instead of having the two chairs up front, they're in the back with a live well between them, and of course you've got your rod holders there as well. This is more of the classic floor plan, you know, where you see the lounge up front, the wraparound lounge in the back, and then the sun deck on the very back of that. And speaking of which, you know, usually you have a changing room inside that area when you lift that lounge up. Well, all of these are going to wind up coming with an area where you can have a little changing room, just like that. That lifts up. You've got a changing area with a curtain around it. You can use a porta potty there if you had to. It's good to have on every one of these. So you don't just have to go with the classic floor plan to get that. And this one in particular, this entertainment model, you know, you've got the bar here and the sink, but you've got 3 chairs, all captain's chairs. Very comfortable, nice setup. This one over here has even got a refrigerator in the back of it. So instead of having 3 chairs, check that out. Got a refrigerator back there, a nice sink, storage area underneath here. And I mean, look at all this furniture. Even in the G3s, all the way up in the more expensive excursions and south bays. All of these, you can spray these things out. You get a little pollen in here. You want to wash it off. You know, people attract sand or clay in from some of these lakes down here. You can just spray this thing out. You don't have to worry about, you know, your furniture, the wood rotting or anything like that. All of them have a composite back on them, so you don't have to worry about the wood rotting out inside these particular boats. And they all come with a cover, so you can protect this thing and, you know, keep the sun off of it and have it looking good for a long time down the road. I want to show you the back of these boats real quick. That big 225. There's a 250, and of course the 300 down here. This is the one we were looking at earlier. This is under the water line, so this makes the water glow underneath the back of the boat. And then there's even some LED lights that you can turn on that shine down into the water from underneath this lip. And of course, everything from here down has a lifetime warranty. The entire boat has got a 5-year warranty when you're talking about these Forest River boats. And you've even got a sprayer here. Spray yourself off after you've been in the lake. Over here, you've got redundant controls for the stereo system. And that's a control where you can run this up and down. You raise that up, and there's a mirror on the back like I was talking about earlier. And of course, you've even got a backup camera right there so the driver can see what's going on behind it. See how you're doing back there without having to turn his neck around and have a sore neck at the end of the day. And of course, one nice thing that they're doing now, look at this little LED light. Now, if the propeller is spinning on the back of the motor, this is turning, and it warns the people in the water that the propeller is turning, and of course that's a safety hazard. So if you see that turning, you know to stay away from the back of the boat. Alright, well that kind of does it for the marine display. Got any questions about anything you see here? Want to see anything specific? Got any questions? Get in touch with me. My name's Sean Medley, Southaven RV. Have a good day. Thank you.